Right, friends, I'm gonna record this. It's gonna be probably on the boring side, which I guess is okay. I literally just got done streaming a few minutes ago. I got myself something to eat, took the dog out, and I was, I know that if I don't do it now, then I'm just going to not do it, you know? So I've got, it says 154 levels for the Paragon because we just hit level 60. And oh, we already emptied all the equipment and everything. I should probably really just let go of this. But I need to do some gear farming. We're not going to do that currently. But what we are going to do is look at. Um, I put my last point in this. Critical strikes with Earth skills fortify you for 3% of your maximum life. And since all of my bear skills are currently counting as earth skills, that means that everything but my poison creeper should be getting some bonus damage here, plus 5% increased damage to slowed, stunned, immobilized, or knocked back enemies. So that's all good. Actually, I do want to look at. I get sidetracked so fucking easily. I apologize. Um, my pulverize, I thought, was supposed to knock back some ability that I had somewhere. Oh, is this the? No, it wouldn't be my base ability. Oh, yep, it was. Had a 20% chance to knock down enemies for 2 seconds. That was pretty damn useful, and like I do and like the range that Earth Spike is giving me. Um, I might actually switch back to Maul just to have that knockdown. That is I really really enjoyed that. Um, anyway, that's not what we're here for. I'm gonna try to go through some of this fucking Paragon tree. It's it doesn't seem like a lot, but once you put your points in here and you go up and through and you get to this little gate right here, you pick your next board. It's another board. It has a whole different design and a whole slew of other things and glyph slots and all that other stuff. Um, but you kind of just go through. The thing with these glyph slots is glyph slots. Thing with the slots is you can put whatever glyph you want. You can earn glyphs. I don't honestly recall how. Nightmare dungeons. And then you level them in nightmare dungeons. Um, and I can show you guys how to do that, but I have a feeling I'm so such a small fish in the great wide ocean of YouTube. I guarantee there's about millions probably of videos and views already um, explaining how to do all that, but I can show you, I guess. Um, so you make or get the potion for the nightmare dungeons, and then you drink the nightmare dungeons, which it kind of randomizes, and then one of the gates is like, oh, you need to go to this one. This is the nightmare dungeon, and you go fight that. And at the end of it, completing it, it like there's a bubble and a little altar shows up, and you can spend the experience that you earned in that nightmare dungeon on a glyph of your choosing. You have to spend all of that experience. It doesn't roll over. It's that experience is what you earned for that dungeon. So even if it doesn't level up a glyph or whatever that you're trying to do, like always spend, even if there's only somehow like 1 point of experience left, just put it on something random for later or something else that you're hoping to work towards later. Um, always spend all of that. But anyway, that's literally not the point. This says grants 72% bonus to all magic nodes within range. That's pretty cool for this Fang and Claw. Your magic ones are your blue magic node. and this is a rare node. I don't know, but I don't think that the yellow ones are included in this, just the blue ones. And then these are normal nodes. Anyway, going down to this, additional bonuses while in werewolf or werebear form. Close enemies take 12% increased damage from you. Required purchase in range. That's the thing you always got to look at. Because you can have that in there. This says that it needs 40 willpower purchased around. Oh man, I just backed out of the whole damn thing. I'm so good at this. So they all have their own radius, and they'll tell you what the radius is. And that pretty much is, I circle here, it goes out 3. That means 1, 2, 3. 3, 3, whatever, all the way around that little circle. So I would have to have 40 points in willpower purchased within that radius. Which is damage to elites. This is dexterity. This is strength. This is willpower. There really wouldn't even be enough willpower within that glyph's radius to activate it. So you can have a glyph slotted, but it not actually be doing anything for you. So kind of just take the time to eyeball what's around the socket and whether or not you're going to be able to get the requirement to unlock the bonuses. If you do, it unlocks some other stuff, and apparently down here, legendary upgrade unlocks at level 45. I'm not exactly sure what that means. This is only level 15 currently, so you can, I guess, rank these up quite a bit. But I think for here, we got this one. We have some willpower in there. We got some strength in there. We got some dexterity in there, and intelligence is the one with the little like gears above the head. There, that icon. But this has a radius size of 4, as you can see. That's the very first thing it mentioned. This only has a radius of 3. I think they kind of start at 3, to be honest, and then they go up as you hit certain points in leveling them. So we've got quite a few to choose from. I'm glad that I kept the levels because I would have gone through and just kind of never known where the fuck I was. So this requires, let's see, we're at poise. I clearly put some levels into this one. Grants a 40% bonus to all rare nodes within range. So that could be good. You have 30% chance when shapeshifting to gain a barrier that absorbs 15% of your maximum life in 90 would be 50% of my current life in damage for 6 seconds. So I think we're actually going to go with this because I was wondering why my good lord, why my damage was nothing. So what we have to do first is we actually have to get up here and put our points in to unlock that. You can't just put a glyph in. So we're kind of going any way here. Let's see, we've got maximum life requirements are met. Intelligence, we've already got enough intelligence. So let's just go do this. Requires 630 fucking willpower. That's pretty substantial. I'm just gonna... This is already unlocked, so now we have plus 40% damage, and then because we have 201 of 190 intelligence, we get another 20% damage because the requirements are met. So that's quite a fucking spike right there. 4% maximum life. We're just gonna go straight up from here. Let's see, we got the socket. We can select it now. Pick poise, I think. Yep. And it's gonna want dexterity. We have 5 of 25 dexterity there. So, and now we can see the reach of that um, thing. So we're gonna go just kind of try to hit all of the. Maybe this wasn't a good one to choose for here. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's not gonna be really beneficial to us at all. That's okay. What a kick in the dick. That's all right. Because if we get this to level 15, I'm pretty sure when you get to level 15, that's what takes it from the 3 radius to the 4 radius. And we do have some dexterity still on the outskirts of this. Um, and it's giving us plus 40% bonus to all rare nodes within range. So right now up at the top it's showing us plus 12% damage to elites, 16% damage overall, and 8 willpower. So that is what it is. And we get to that um, 25 dexterity, all of that's going to go up some more. I kind of wanted to get that one out of the way. Now, since we have the gate unlocked, and I think it's just good practice. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. There's a really high chance that I am. But I always buy the blue nodes um, because why the fuck not? These are, you know, well, here's 2% maximum life, 2% maximum life, 15 armor, damage, maximum life, maximum. So we were at 600 hit points. I don't know if I mentioned that here. I'm pretty sure it was at the end of the stream. So let's go 100. I gained 102 hit points. Um, just for what we've added here. I still have 131 points to go. So once you have this gate selected, click it, and then you kind of have to know what you've built, what you're looking at when it comes to your character. Now, I've definitely done a lot of changes with my playstyle as I've developed the druid, of finding what I wanted to do and what I like, and with all the aspects and everything that I've put on all the gear that I'm using. So my choices through here might actually change a little bit, but pretty much you have all these other boards and they're all offering something. They'll tell you exactly what's on that board for the most part, like the big stuff that it's wanting that you'd want to know. So it's got the legendary node Thunderstruck. Uh, Storm skills deal increased damage equal to 20% of your damage versus close, and damage versus distance bonuses up to 60%. Now, I don't have any storm skills, but all of my quote unquote earth skills proc storm abilities, or have the potential to. And when they get going, they really get going, and stuff on the board starts melting. So it might be interesting to see, if we get this board, it's also got Stormcaller, Concentrated Lightning Resilience, Deluge, Hubris, and Tempest, and you can see what all of those will offer you, and there's probably a glyph slot or two in there as well um, for your next one. So, kind of trying to judge and see how you can preview it, and this is what it'll look like. Um, where is our legendary node? Right here. These are the rare nodes that were mentioned. Then we have a glyph slot all the way up here. Then you have 3 gates past that. But you can also rotate these boards. So you can kind of put what you're trying to get first closest to you. I don't know if that's the best way to go, but that's what I've been looking at and doing when I was doing this the first time before it was all taken from me. Um, but if that's the way you wanted to go, you just rotate it around. If you want to get, um, the legendary node first, probably go with how it popped up the first time. Uh, or if you wanted to, get another socket, you're gonna be traveling across the board if you want both of those things. Um, but anyway, close that. So we can kind of look at the different things. They're not build specific, but they're build focus. So Thunderstruck, that's what it's offering you. Lots of different storm damage and stuff like that. Earth and Devastation. This is probably what I should go with, considering all of my abilities are technically Earth abilities. Your Earth skills deal 10% increased critical strike damage, increased by 20% of your damage versus crowd control bonus up to 60%. So we've got Petrify and we've got the Poison Creeper. Like, we've got a lot of crowd control um, going on with this build. And then current bonus would be 10%. Okay. Oppress, 35% damage to crowd controlled enemies, 30% to critical strike damage. Suffused Resilience, 5% damage reduction. Resist all elements. That's going to be beneficial. I know I did, Verania. Thank you, and please don't interrupt me again. You guys probably can't even hear her. I turned the uh, game sound down, but Verania's over here thanking me for not eating her. You're welcome. Crushing Earth. There seems to be a lot of really good things. We can preview that. What is the? Let's see here. Your Earth skills deal 10% increased critical strike damage, increased by 20% of your damage versus crowd controlled bonus, up to 60%. So, my crowd control bonus, I'm not really sure what it is currently. If I could even look at that, let's go ahead and see if we can. There's our resistances, there's our offense, all damage, elite. Crowd control duration bonus, 6.5%. But I'm not seeing crowd control damage bonus. So that's okay. We're going to go with it anyway. Because I feel like that is the path we should be taking. But they do have, I mean, going through and reading these all, definitely a good thing. Because you can get, I don't know if you can get all of them. I don't know how many of these skill points that you can attain over time. But I had quite a few uh, of these boards unlocked before the release of the DLC that reset everything, making me have to do it again. So if I choose Earth and Devastation, then that board is chosen. I can't, no, damn it. Push the right button, zombie, you got it. Rotate. I think I want to get to wherever, oh man, it's all the way up there. Okay, so if we do this, that's actually a pretty straight shot too. Our glyph slot is just a little further away. So we're going to attach that. All right. And then you hit. I do know what I'm doing some of the times. So just for that gate right there, we get +5 to everything, apparently, which is cool. We want to go up here, get that Earth and Devastation. And I do want to impress upon, like, all of this stuff. You can see the 4 stats up there at the top. You got your strength, your intelligence, your wisdom, and your dexterity. If you have something build in mind, I literally only try to build to what I need for the glyph slots and for the nodes. Like that's where it's at. We've got a whole lot more to go here for a node on your very first board. There's clearly no way you're getting 630 willpower out of this. But that is taking into account, this is all just adding to whatever your gear is giving you. So, um, we've got this, and then our slot is here, so we're gonna look at what these do. Nice. Plus 17.5% damage to crowd controlled enemies. Like, this is why I thought that at the end of my stream, I thought that my power was going to jump up kind of immediately. I didn't realize that they reset the Paragon boards. Uh, and I was going to have to respend all of my points. I kind of thought they were already there, and I just had to re-unlock the Paragon. Um, so my character's power is definitely jumping up right now. And you do earn I want to say, like, these are like earning a level. Every time you would quote unquote earn a level past 60, um, you're given one of these skill points. And that's great. They do come a bit more quickly, I feel like. I mean, there's that. Plus more crowd control. The blue node's offering 7 dexterity. Still don't think that helps me down here. What do I need down here? Yeah, dexterity. This is just fucking out of reach. That's killing me, dude. Man, that's fucking frustrating. Anyway, did I unlock this? Yeah. Alright. Anyway, so now let's look here. We've got Fang and Claw. That one, that red circle around that means it's already slotted now. We've got Outmatch. Grants 40% to all rare nodes within range. And obviously, as you increase the range of these, as you level them up and they take more space, so this is still just 3. Let's throw Fang and Claw in here. It requires 40 willpower, but I think we should be able to get it. See, now we have a lot of spots here. And we have 15 of that 40 willpower already unlocked. So, gotta get to them first. Why do I keep messing that up? Let's go right off here for some willpower, some willpower, some willpower, willpower. That's just out, so we won't grab that yet. Let's see what else we got in here. We got willpower straight up. Is there anything else that we could work on? Our strength is pretty low. Um, Nothing directly in path, so killing me here. We're at 50 of 40 willpower, so yeah, it looks like we just are leveling up to 45 from this point out. While in werewolf form or werebear form, close enemies take 12% increased damage from you. I mean, that is all fantastic. Our damage output is skyrocketing to the point to where I don't know how much. Like I should be able to rely on my gear long enough now to really make sure that I curate another gear set to replace my now legacied items. But we're gonna grab our magic nodes here. Got this one off of these. This says plus 10% earth damage. That's fantastic. We've got uh 12 intelligence, which is now 12. It's showing you it's green because it's being affected by being in range of this, which is adding the bonus to all of the magic nodes. So that's why that is 12. If we look at this one as 5. 10 earth damage. Let's see what this one is. Oh my goodness. That's fucking fantastic. Here we go. And even though that's not in a little radius, we're still going to grab it. So this is 7, but with the bonus from our glyph we have slotted, it could go up to 12, which is nice. We can go around and look at the other magic nodes. 70% damage to crowd-controlled enemies, plus 30% critical strike damage. Ooh. Plus another 35% damage to crowd-controlled enemies if requirements are met. That definitely seems like it would be something worth grabbing. We have two crowd control abilities. Bro, I don't think we're gonna have to be worrying about too much. But this increased resistance would definitely be helpful because we are playing on Penitent, and I'm probably going to be working my way up the Torment ladder as I continue on. I'm not necessarily worried about that now, and like I said before, I don't really know where all of this goes, like how many of these points you get for essentially what are champion ranks or like badass ranks if you're a Borderlands fan. Um, but I think that this one is definitely worth grabbing. So still suffering in the strength department a bit. Uh, Wisdom is always good. Or willpower. Sorry, I keep saying wisdom. I feel like. Um, our dexterity. I'll just grab a little of everything, I guess. More damage to crowd control. Plus 15% critical strike. That unlocked. Another 15 critical strike and another 15 critical strike. Like that is a extremely dangerous little cluster. We've got 81 points still. Um, I am kind of curious to see. Do just a quick test, I guess. We can go right back out here because there's quite a bit of bullshit there when on the stream coming into town. I just kind of want to judge the difference. The only piece of gear I've replaced is my boots. I have been rocking all of my gear from where I left off pretty much. We gained 10 levels with this. We are churning through the campaign with this. Yeah. So that's why I think that going with that storm for next after the Earthen, I don't know for sure if it's really going to affect those abilities like I would like it to though. Because I'm not actually casting any storm abilities. But if you've watched or seen any of the stream, the stream is on Twitch, but I upload the streams to here on YouTube. So if you've watched any of that, this is a substantial difference already. Like things are melting like I'm used to them melting. Which is good, because if we're going to be doing any pit activities or anything like that, it's definitely for the best to be able to clear maps. Pretty much that's been my whole goal, is to just crowd control whatever I can, stun, immobilize, do all the things with this bear. He's probably a very party-friendly companion, because I do a lot of things to either potentially sometimes group things up, so they can just have whatever AoE abilities dropped on top of them and all that. I don't really have a lot of group up experience. I've ran around with Wreck-It Rogue a couple times, but yeah, and especially combined with Piranha's, that guy just disappeared. But I can't be mad about that. I want to maybe run around a little bit, um, do some damage. Maybe start trying to find some gear now that we're back at max level. Um, but I want to really get the feel for this, and then get that elemental, that storm board as my next one, and see if that is as devastating as I think it would be. But for now, well, I've stopped you, Rania. So remember how you were gonna kill me, and then I didn't. I knocked you down, and you're like, all right, just eat me, and then I didn't eat you. And you're like, I guess I owe you my life now. Like you're a very weird person, Rania. But you absolutely can be stopped. So I'd just be honest with yourself and everybody else. You know? So anyway, that's that. I just kind of wanted to go over some of that stuff and show, because when this is first thrown at you, it is kind of a shit show. You're just like, okay, sure. And you're throwing points randomly, and it still does kind of seem like I was throwing points randomly, just jumping around to grab whatever. But I think that's essentially what it boils down to is, while it seems like it would be logical to just kind of grab all the stuff necessary for right now. Um, when you first hit that level 60 and you're thrown, just this board, it's kind of deceptive in a way. So yeah, I had like all of these uh purchased, and then I got to the gate and got a whole nother board, and I was like, well, I guess I'm gonna respec. So I guess like grab what you want, obviously, and make sure you're hitting your requirements. We've got a ways to go for willpower still on this one. Um, but and just make sure that you're getting your full bonuses at least from these things. Um, but uh, also kind of be reserved. I know I buy all of the blue nodes. I feel like you don't have to. There's really no reason for me to buy all these other things. It's just a damage grab. But these are also something that I can come back to later and refund if I'm finding like, oh, I need just another node unlocked before I can get to whatever this glyph slot is or whatnot. So I think absolutely spend away, but I try to be more direct path to what I know that I want from it. Um, we might go and do a dungeon or two when I go live with the next part of this again, and knock out a nightmare dungeon or two and try to get some levels on this. Because yeah, it's giving me bonuses currently, but not as good as it could. I could only get 5 more dexterity on this. It would be very helpful. But I have to level it up. I think I have to level it up to 15. I think, to get that radius increase. I don't remember, but we'll find out together. That's going to be it for now. This is what it is. If you have any questions, comments, whatever, you want to tell me I'm a terrible druid, you know, there's a comment section below, and I will absolutely accept that criticism because I am a terrible druid. I don't like building for the meta. I absolutely refuse to. I want to play what's fun. That's why Wreck-It Rogue and I get along as well as we do. We want to play games and have a good time. So you can absolutely comment and be like, hey, you're an idiot. I don't know why you're putting poise in your first glyph slot and blah, 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 blah. Uh, Let me know. So, uh, next will be a little bit of a gear grind thing, but we've got a while for that. So, thank you all for watching. I hope this helped. If you did have any questions, if you have questions, there's comments below. Um, throw them at me and I'll do what I can to answer them. But for now, we'll play the rat song and we'll get the hell out of here. Oh, look at them. Look at them. They're so cute. Goodbye.